Hello everybody, well today I gotta go to the dentist, but while I'm doing that, I might as well give you guys a quick update. So yesterday, Matt, or should I say Mate in Japan, we talked a little bit about differences between, Zoomers and different generations, but I gotta say since I'm like 26 and he's 25, technically I'm gonna be 27 coming up here pretty soon, but like, I was born at the end of the 90s, I think he was born in like 2000 he said, and like, the difference in the decade, man, it's palpable. The way that Zoomers say things like cooked. I remember when he was in the station, he's like, this station's completely cooked. And I'm like, cooked? What the fuck? What do you mean, bro? But he meant that it's just crazy, that it's just like completely screwed up. I would have just said that this, I don't know, this station's whack or something, because I grew up around older people. But Gen Z slang is pretty funny. I don't really use too much of it. I like W and L. However, talking to people who are younger than me, deep into that TikTok / like Snapchat internet culture, it's all very alien because I was kind of a prescriptivist about the way that I spoke for a while, especially since like I know many English speakers don't know how to use the language like as it's supposed to be used, if there even really is a way to make an argument for that. Shit, I gotta cross the street here, but anyway, yeah, no, I'm in the middle of I don't even know what part of town I'm in right now. I'm going to the dentist. Here we go, across the street. And other thing Matt was saying is that talking to yourself as you're walking through the street is pretty fucking rough. It's rough at first. It gets a little bit easier because you realize nobody really gives a fuck, I guess. But that said, I'm inspired by his videos because he just throws it exactly out as is. No major editing, no super big changes that give the impression that he's like got an amazing life. No, just normal guy, very friendly. I really highly recommend his content if you can give it a shot. But it's a little different from what I do here because he's, I guess, less polarizing, if you will, whereas I don't really give a shit about that. But hey, just want to give you guys a quick update. I will try to make this video in the style of his for the rest of the day, because copying other YouTubers' ways of making videos has been the best ways to learn. So, cheers. So, something I didn't know about Japanese clinics is that with your insurance, they only cover one part of the mouth at a time. So, you can do the bottom and then you have to reschedule for another period so that you can do the top. And I hadn't seen a dentist in longer than I'm really willing to admit on camera. So I was like, nah, fuck it, just clean it all right now. The American system is, don't get me wrong, it's really expensive to get your teeth cleaned in the States. But I guess the convenience of getting all of your teeth cleaned at once is something that I never thought I would take for granted, because that just seems so obvious. Like, imagine if you're checking out if you go to an ophthalmologist and they said they're only gonna check your left eye and not your right eye. I don't understand why anybody would think that's logical. There must be something with the bureaucracy of the system that I'm not really getting. Insurance companies all around the world are all screwed, but that said, I think that the United States is certainly the most horrible, evil insurance system in the entire world, and I know I'm not saying anything inflammatory by admitting that on the camera. But if you ever find yourselves in Japan, just know that your insurance only covers one part of your mouth at a time. How inconvenient. But whatever, they were nice. They were really, really nice. It's not the dentist's fault, it's just the system. I always have to remind myself that the people who make the rules are different from the ones who just have to follow them. Because otherwise you turn into a Karen. Nobody likes a Karen. Nobody. And when Matt is doing these videos, he always puts it a decent distance away from his face, because if I'm doing it like this, then it's just not really flattering. But there's also something about it that is, I'm still not completely used to it. I think it's a little bit easier when I find a spot and then I just temporarily own the space. But if you can see the nice background behind, well, actually I think it's more beautiful in front of me. If we'll call that beautiful. Actually, no, never mind, that's not beautiful, it's fucking ugly. The vlogging experience in Japan just kind of makes me feel like I'm contributing to the parasitic problem. Sadly, the camera is about to die today, so I wasn't able to really get into anything super interesting, but I think I'm in like Akasaka. I've never been here before. It kind of looks like Chicago, honestly. Like if I didn't tell you I were in Japan right now, and there were no visible signs with kanji or hiragana or katakana, I bet you'd all believe me. But what the fuck is that guy even doing? No, they're not even thinking that. That's just me pretending that I'm important. But I think I'm gonna go into the subway now. Enjoy the last bit of, well, whatever battery I have left. You know that feeling when your shoe is untied and you're like, it's alright. And then your shoelaces end up getting destroyed because you ignored it for too long. Yeah, that's a problem I have. No one's here. It's all empty. Well, I gotta go take the M line. It's like I'm in a zombie movie for the moment because this place is obviously abandoned, which is cool. Proof that Japan's population is collapsing, I guess. Or maybe people just are avoiding me, which that's cool. Don't mind that. Have my own personal space. Oh, there's a person. I see one. So, smell you later.